Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis AUTOSPORTS. Here we have a 2005 Jeep Wrangler. This is a 6-speed manual transmission with 124,000 original and documented miles. Please make sure you pay attention to this entire video. I want to start off by saying this is not our typical Wrangler that we sell, that we built, and or even ones that we didn't build that we thoroughly service and go through. Also, this isn't our standard condition of the Wranglers that you guys are used to us having. Our average price point, if you will, in our Wranglers are usually anywhere from 20 to 30. Many have sold for much higher than that. And I'm just letting you guys know up front, this is a Jeep that we would typically send to Manheim Auto Auction or sell it locally off of Facebook with everything that's wrong with it. Mechanically, it is extremely sound. It's more so of the cosmetics that aren't up to our standards and a little bit of the undercarriage. But we'll go ahead and do a full walk around just to show you that most dealers would probably like to get in a Jeep in this condition. It is previously lifted. I believe it's a 3.5-inch lift all the way around. The Jeep actually drives phenomenal. And overall, as you'll see, it looks like a damn decent Jeep. And it is compared to most out there. It does have a blick up on the Carfax report. It said it hit a deer in the front, and there is some paint work up front. But so first we'll go ahead and go through the body. The body overall is decent. The hood has your typical dark, you'll get this a lot on the darker paints with Mopar, is the crow's feet splitting, and that's really isolated to the hood itself. Flares look good, wheels and tires look good. I mean, it shows normal wear. It's nothing crazy about it. It's some chips here, some light little scratches there. We are not doing anything cosmetically to this Jeep, so you're going to be buying it the way it is. As mentioned earlier, 124,000 miles. We didn't touch the undercarriage. The slight treatment spray was previously sprayed by the owner. 31-inch tires. Got a number of chips in this area right here. In my opinion, what this Jeep is for our typical clientele base, where you're looking for a top of the line, pristine, gorgeous Jeep, this is not it. But there's plenty of people that are looking for a Jeep that they can keep at a beach house, a lake house, and if it has some nicks and scratches and dents and dings and all that, then so be it. You're not spending $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. So it's a little edgy. But on the exterior, there's really no damage, if you will. Newer best top. Now, typical of Wranglers, you got your area right there where you got some funkiness on the back side of the paint there. And there's another little spot right there as well. You got a spot right there. So I would include that as wear and damage, obviously. So that's it for the exterior. As you'll see, I mean, decent for the most part. And we're going to be selling this Jeep for very, very cheap. One thing that's really nice about the Jeep is the rear main seal, the valve cover gasket, and the oil pan gasket. They're not leaking at all. Underneath, it's got newer ball joints, and so it's been serviced. The interior is decent. It's not great, but That's not a burn hole. As you'll see, the material's still there. I don't know what that is. It's not hard, but seats are decent. 6-speed manual. AC blows ice cold. Almost 125,000 miles. Usually this panel up in here is rusted. No issues there. It's got black carpet. So the previous owner replaced some of the floor pans. Not the full sections, just small sections. So for the most part, my complaint with the Jeep there's certain areas. So this is smooth, that's decent, that's fine. That's just undercoat underneath of that. But you have an area here. You got and this is the frame here, so this isn't part of the frame, but you got a plate here that's been installed by the previous owner. I mean, a lot of the stuff is surface. So here are the floor pans. You got this stuff here, but that's all surface stuff. That's very typical of Wranglers. See, it's not through the metal or anything. Nothing flaking off there. The belly pan has your typical funkiness to it. Your panel in there is good, but there's definitely some funkiness here and there. Some stuff will flake off. Some stuff is just that's really my biggest gripe with the Jeep. We don't sell anything like that there. But the frame is solid all the way around. But if you look at all of our videos, this is so the front diffs recently been serviced. You got all new ends everywhere and stuff like this. Like for example, this knuckle, I mean, that's just surface rust. You're going to get that on most Jeeps. Where, I mean, a lot of the Jeeps, when we get them in, they may look like that, and by the time we blast them and coat them, they don't. But tie rod bar looks good, track bar looks good. Axle housing is actually really decent. Front oil pan's not leaking at all. That's where your rear main seal typically comes down. It's dry as a bone. Transmission looks good. So, I mean, as you see, it's most dealers would probably think this is pretty clean. Bottom of the frame here. But, you know, if you look around, there's some, and we haven't touched this thing either. I mean, we could spend some time and clean it up, but we're not going to do that on this. Once again, frame is smooth here. Control arm brackets, nice. The towers are decent. So, I mean, we're just judging this one based on all of our other Wranglers. Smooth here, smooth here. Got a little bit of funkiness throughout there. You got the same plate. So these floor pans are decent. You got the same plate right here. So at least they took care of the problem to some degree. See that's smooth there, but some little bit of funkiness here and there. But I can tell you, so I'm the owner of Davis Autosports. I've seen thousands of TJs, and I always say this in all of our videos: for every one Wrangler that we have, I passed on 10 or 15 to get the one that we're advertising. This was traded in. I was actually gonna bring this down. I have a place on the Rappahannock River. If this was automatic, where my wife could easily drive and my younger kids, I would keep this. This is a perfect knockaround Jeep. The little stuff that I showed you, it's not the end of the world by any means. It's overall pretty damn good looking Jeep. With a set of, you know, wheels and tires, I think it would look really, really good. One of the reasons I wouldn't mind bringing it down, as well as mechanically, it's very sound. Let me put a tag on this thing and take it on a test drive. It is a 6-speed, four-wheel drive, works good. Mechanically, it's very, very sound mechanically. AC blows ice cold. drives very well. All things considered, I mean, it's a very decent Jeep. It's just, if you guys have been following us, you know the quality of Jeep that we sell and advertise. So 124,000 miles. Like I mentioned earlier, Carfax shows that it hit a deer in the front. I think that was back in like 08 or 09, something like that. So very decent Jeep. We're gonna price it according to everything that we showed you in the video. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. If you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure to go to our website, davisautosports.com. so you can get more information on the Jeep. Thank you.